Welcome back to another episode of BHAW Radio. I am your host, Brian Rowan, and we're on episode 63. Had to double check to make sure it was 63, but tonight we're welcoming on Coach Ward on the show. Coach Ward, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming on.
What's up, B-Ro? It's good to be with you for like the 50th time out of the 63 or whatever. It's incredible. 63 episodes. Congratulations.
Yeah, 63 episodes, but this is Coach Ward's 50th, so it's a special episode.
Let's celebrate.
You've probably been on between 10 and 15 times, probably.
Hey, speaking of celebrations, what's going on behind you? It looks like it's the most festive living room I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's we got a lot going on here. I was gonna do fans don't know, they probably want to listen in. I started a Christmas podcast actually too. So I had to get in the spirit. It's not live yet. We've recorded 2 episodes. We're recording 5 before Thanksgiving, and then we're gonna release them like 2 a week, and then that way we can do 5 more between Thanksgiving and Christmas and have a clean 10 eepisodes.
I hope everyone understands it's not yet Thanksgiving and B-Ro's living room is decked out.
It is really, actually, you can't even see like the half of it. There are no less than 75 tchotchkes all along the living room.
I believe it. It looks good. Merry early Christmas.
So how you been? How it's going on?
We've been good. Things have been busy around here, obviously, with season finally starting again, and life stays busy, but it's good. So we've been competing a couple times now. I've been to 2 different tournaments, and we leave tomorrow for Penn State for our first dual meet of the year. So things are good. We're back to wrestling, and life is good.
Nice. So you guys are traveling up tomorrow. Back in my day, if we were wrestling Penn State, we would have drove up Thursday morning, maybe even Thursday afternoon.
Wrestled, yeah, Thursday night. Well, we're fortunate, it's a study day at West Point tomorrow, so we can leave pretty much any time and not miss classes. And our guys get a proper night's sleep tomorrow night in the hotel, so they'll get a good night's sleep without some of their other people in their dorms being loud at night or whatever. So sleep in, work out Thursday morning, and wrestle Thursday night.
So wait, tomorrow's a study day. Is that something new?
Well, I mean, if you new, it's just a couple years old. So pretty much every other Wednesday or one day every 2 to 3 weeks, the way it ends up working out, there are no classes, pretty much no classes. I say no classes, but there's still a few. There's much fewer classes at West Point one day every couple of weeks. So cadets have a chance to study, reflect, like have a day when they can kind of let what they do every other day soak in and learn from it.
On top of Saturday and Sunday.
On top of Saturday and Sunday, yeah, which we're typically on the road for those days. So, yeah.
I don't mean the wrestlers. That's like a core has kind of statement right there.
Yeah, because I'm sure when you were a cadet, like you really spent your Saturdays and Sundays like reflecting on all the material that you went over and like trying to internalize all of the things about strong character and being a leader and leading with character and moral courage. Like you probably spent the weekend trying to internalize those things and like learn from it. But kids these days, they're different than you were back in your day, Brian. So they need a day every 2 weeks to actually think.
I'm just teasing. No, that's good. I think I remember that a few years back and a bunch of comments and things being like, oh, and then a bunch of senior leaders like backing it up and like it's probably a good thing.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't happen at West Point if senior leaders didn't want it. So you can be sure of that. So I think any senior leader at West Point probably thinks it's a pretty good thing.
Well, enough about that. Let's get into some wrestling talk because I know that's what the fans are here for. We've been on for about 5 minutes now. Our fans are like, all we've heard about our Christmas podcast and the state of the core.
We haven't talked golf. We haven't talked CrossFit. We have so much to get to. Let's talk wrestling. What do you want to know, B-Ro?
I want to know a lot. I'm more concerned with what the fans want to know. So I'm thinking the fans want to know, kind of a little recap of last weekend, kind of not super in depth because we want to, kind of look ahead a little bit too. And I don't want to give anything out that you may have already want to put out in the insiders. So
no, our insiders, don't worry about that. Our insiders get true inside info. So I don't discuss things on this show that I would add. Our insiders deserve that, and they get a little bit of extra knowledge that others don't. And but yeah, I mean, so there's no real easy or short way to recap, any outing when you have 35 or 37 guys competing. So 37 different people competing, 37 different results, some good, some bad, some ugly, and you get a mix of everything in between. We knew going into competition, like, we're going to learn a lot, and we need to learn about what we're doing as a team, what we're doing as a coaching staff, what adjustments do we need to make going forward. So we learned a lot, but I mean, without a doubt, I think 10 wrestlers won their pool. So they went undefeated, won their brackets on the day. It's an interesting tournament. So it's not just like a standard bracketed tournament.
It's really hard to follow on Flow Arena.
Well, it's almost, like this tournament is, it's for wrestling people. Like, this is hard for, the layman or casual fan to follow unless you're there in person. Like, it's easy to watch the matches because they're all really good. Like, there's really good matches there. It's an awesome format if you understand how the format works. So, but we had 10 wrestlers win their pool. 2 of them won, what's called the A bracket. Brad Laughlin, PJ Ogunsanya. So crowned the champions of that weight class for the day, and some others that had really good performances too. So all in all, I mean, as a team, it's, kind of mixed bag, but we learned a lot and we continue to get better from it.
Nice. So was there like a coaches meeting to decide like who made it into the A team pool?
So you rank each coach, like when you submit your roster, you rank them as A, B, or C. And there are criteria listed for each of those pools. So it's not like you just make it up on the spot. A is like nationally ranked, returning qualifier type guy. B is very solid, in and out of the rankings, maybe returning starter. And C is mainly freshmen or unproven people. So you can list, for your guys what bracket you want them in, and then ultimately the organizer makes the decision and you show up and wrestle.
Mm-hmm. Any performances stand out, exceptionally well, you want to, kind of hit on a little bit, maybe, some guys?
100%. I mean, I think those 2 champs, PJ and Brad, looked exceptional. PJ looked like himself. He wrestled hard from the start, high output, ton of energy, and confidence. And if you read his comments after the tournament, he said, he's focused on separating scores this year and widening the gap between him and his opponents. And it looked like he was trying to do that. So a good performance for him, off to a good start, no doubt. Brad Laughlin, man, great to see him win a tournament. It's been a while since he's been on the very top of the podium. So, but he's so good, so talented, and he works incredibly hard too. Brad does. He really puts a lot of work into it. So good to see Brad have some success, and some others wrestled really well too. But for those guys specifically winning their bracket, that was really good to see.
Mm-hmm. Moving ahead to Penn State this week. I don't know if you want to elaborate on the lineup. You guys are going with, if it's set yet, or if there's still maybe some tweaks.
Man, as always with like early season tournaments, sometimes you leave with some nicks and bruises. Some guys are kind of banged up a little bit or whatever. So, and some guys, flat out just need some more experience. So for this week coming up, we have Penn State obviously on Thursday, and then we're going to send a group of about 20 to Millersville for the Shorty Hitchcock Memorial Tournament. So nobody's going to wrestle both of those competitions. We may send some people to the Shorty Hitchcock to get some more match experience. And some weight classes are still undecided for Penn State, but yeah, I mean, we look forward to that one because we know who they are, and everybody in the country does in terms of what they've been able to accomplish the past few years. They've had a really good program, so they kind of set the bar on where you want to be as a college wrestling program. So it's a chance for us to step out there and compete and see where we stack up against one of the best in the country.
Yeah. Any specific matchups you're looking forward to on Thursday?
Yeah, I mean, I look at every single one of them has a chance to be really impactful for our guys, So at this point of the year, it's our first dual meet in quite some time. I'm looking forward. No, I can't just pick one. I think the fans can do that. The fans want to see, whatever ranked matchups, and we got a few guys in the rankings. They do. But for us, it's like I mean, legit, all 10 matches are really important to us because they can all be really impactful for our guys and how they perform. So yeah, looking forward to the whole thing.
I'll say, let me, my dog is, got a toy right now.
Hero.
Let me get these toys away from good old Skeeter. This is bad radio for the listeners, but we're back.
They're getting a free look. Yeah, they're getting a free look at
You're on
the
YouTube.
inside life of BHAW in his Christmas living room. Yeah, all the matches, BHAW. That's what I'm looking forward to. An exciting dual meet.
Well, I'm looking me personally. I'm looking forward to BJ's match. I mean, I think I think he can really widen the gap on Bo Bartlett. I think Bo Bartlett's overrated. Shots fired. I think he can, take him down at will. I'll say it out loud, and I think it's going to be eye opening. Because I don't think Penn State's really expecting that.
I got a lot of confidence in PJ. Ton of respect for the opponent there. Used to wrestle for Coach Green, so somebody that Coach Green knows really well. And their guys obviously going to be very well prepared and really good. But I got a lot of confidence in PJ, and I love watching him wrestle. So I'm always looking forward to his matches.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he was one of Coach Green's guys. I probably shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
We may have to cut that out. Nah.
If you're not going to cut out the dog chewing up the toys, you can't cut that out. You got to roll with it, man. There's only like 12 people watching, 13 or 14 by this point. So yeah, let it roll with it.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, kind of looking at some of the weight classes that are, super contested. I'm sure 141's there. There's like 17 guys that, we're at East Stroudsburg Open. Kind of, they were all in the quarters together, wrestling each other.
Yeah.
Not in reality, but they were all in the semis. That was, pretty.
Yeah,
pretty
we had 4 guys in the semifinals of that tournament. I mean, you're going to see Corey Shy against Penn State. He's earned that. Had a good showing at Journeyman, but that weight class and every other, it's not settled yet on our team. But I think Corey, Sanchez, Deck, they've all kind of, those 3 right there kind of put themselves on top, the top 3 on our team, and then they're going to be able to battle it out and see who's the guy by the end of the year.
How's Corey adjusting being back down to 41? He was a 49 for a little bit last year, right?
Well, he wrestled 149. I don't know if he was ever really a 149 pounder. 141 is where he needs to be. He's such a competitor, man. He knew that he needed to be down there at 141. And so he made the decision to do things the right way and get back down. And you'll never hear Corey Shy complain. You'll never hear him whine or he doesn't mope about making weight, anything. He's just a tough, really tough guy and a true competitor. So he's back where he belongs, and I think that gives him a little bit of confidence, knowing that that's where he should be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For the traveling for the Shorty Hitchcock on Saturday, are those folks like just leaving? Are they all traveling to Penn State together, and then you're just a group of them are?
No, because we didn't want to get them out of class on Thursday and Friday. So Coach Green and I are going to leave State College and drive down to Lancaster or Millersville, where the tournament's at, and meet the team there. The team's going to leave. The guys that are competing are going to leave from West Point on Friday. We're going to meet them there. We'll work out there on Friday, compete on Saturday, and go back on Saturday night. So tomorrow's Wednesday. Green and I leave tomorrow and get back on Saturday night. Everyone else, we're kind of split up. We got that one group going to Penn State and back, a group going to Millersville and back, and then Green and I, kind of making the loop. We'll be back in a few days.
Nice little nice little travel for you and Coach Green.
I mean, well, listen, when you get to coach wrestling for a living and you love what you do, then that's a hell of a week. We get to travel around and coach our guys, and they get to compete, and we want to be there with them. So yeah, we're excited about it.
All around the beautiful state of Pennsylvania too.
Yeah, is that all the way around? We get, I don't know.
All the way around, all around the I guess the eastern part.
All around the Amish part of Pennsylvania. Yeah.
So listeners don't know, Ty Reedy was supposed to be on tonight, but he bailed. Corporate
Reedy. He said if you don't send him a meeting invite, then he never agreed to it. B-Row claims he has receipts where Reedy agreed to be on the show tonight. Reedy's saying, listen, If you don't send me a calendar invite, it didn't happen. So listen, I'm just a wrestling coach. I don't work, like in a professional job. I get to wear sweats to work every single day. I'll let you guys hash it out. What's the etiquette on sending the meeting invite on Outlook? And you can just text me, B-Row, if I'm ready to get on the show. And I open the laptop and I'm ready all the time. So Reedy needs a little bit more notice. Me and you go on the fly, B-Row. Shots fired at Ty Corporate Reedy for this.
And then he's like, hey, do you want to get on at 8 a.m. on a Wednesday morning? I'm like, I got work to do.
Are you really working tomorrow at 8 a.m.?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I didn't know if that was just something you were saying to B-Row. I wasn't going to tell anybody. I just didn't know if that was something you were saying to B-Row or something you're saying to Reedy, or if you really meant it.
No, I'll be all driving. I wouldn't say it's technically working, but I'm on the road.
You'll be preparing to work.
I'll be driving to a doctor's office. So I'll be en route to work, thinking about work.
Maybe we can schedule, an episode in January or February with Reedy if we can get on his calendar.
If we get enough, give him enough lead time. He's gonna listen tomorrow at like 7 a.m. and be so upset that we're just busting his chops.
Yeah, he'll probably let us have it or let you have it the next time around. But no, man. So look, when you're talking about our program, East Stroudsburg, good showing for our young guys. Journeyman, some guys wrestled a national bracket there. Like, they had 2 or 3 matches they will have at the NCAA tournament. So that was a great experience. And then now we get to go wrestle, a team that's been at or near the top of the country for the past few years. So it's fun times for us. We're back at it, and nothing else we'd rather be doing.
Nice. How big of it do you think this is for, the guys who, especially some of the younger guys, you're returning 6 national qualifiers, maybe some of the younger guys competing in Rec Hall early in the season. It's going to be, I'm sure it's sold out, it's always sold out.
Yeah. Hopefully they look forward to that, and they want that experience. It's been a while since anybody has wrestled in a sold out gym. So, yeah, how big is it? I don't know. You have to ask them. It's however big they make it. When you step out there onto the mat, you have a 30-foot circle, and it's no bigger than that. It's just, it's a wrestling mat. It doesn't matter the size of the arena. For them, hopefully they view it as a good opportunity to earn some respect and showcase, the work that they've been putting in and have some fun, like go reward yourself for all the hard work that you've put in by going out there, fight as hard as you can, test yourself, and earn some respect along the way.
Awesome. Can't wait. Have you listened to the Colonel Guest episode from last week yet?
No, I haven't listened to it yet. And he came and talked to me. That was like today or yesterday. And he said he thought it went good, but I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet. So maybe on the drive tomorrow, I got to turn on the Gist episode. He's awesome though. Gist and Cook, they're regular golf buddies of mine. So it's good to have them on the show. I can't wait to hear about it. Listen to his episode, but he said he enjoyed it. I know that.
It was a lot of fun. I was texting Ty afterwards when I was confirming the time for tonight. And I was like, man, that was a lot of fun. And it just flowed really well. I think not a lot. I only see that side, of Colonel Gist because I'm only around him when we're golfing. But everyone else is not. And they got the golfing side of Colonel Gist. They like the buttoned up DP. I'm guessing there's a buttoned up DPE side of Colonel Gist as well. Because I don't think he acts like, probably on the golf course the way he does all the time, but it wasn't like he was, not unprofessional.
Yeah. No, he's a pro.
It's
no,
not
he's a pro.
Expect of a senior leader at West Point necessarily on the show.
Right.
It was great.
No, I get it. I know him decently well. So, but he's a professional and he takes his job very seriously and loves it and feels a strong obligation to do the best job he can. As master of the sword, the head of the DPE. But in the end, he's like us. He's a guy and he's a wrestling guy. So we like him even more.
Yeah, so I'll be up there on Thursday.
Oh, right on. Okay.
Driving up, I'm taking a half day of work, driving up after lunch.
Okay.
Pretty excited about it.
You already have the ticket?
Yeah. Hoping you've got a situation better than mine, but I've got tickets.
I've got a ticket for you. So yeah, we'll talk offline.
I'm staying at Christian Snook's cabin
Is Christian Snook coming with you?
No, he's the scoreboard guy. He literally keeps score, so he can be like, riding time, turn it off. You know, he can do all that stuff.
All right, Snook.
We got a guy. We got a guy on our side. You know,
We got a guy on the inside.
Yeah, you didn't know he was the scoreboard guy at Penn State?
It's been a few years since we've been there, so now that you say it, yeah, I get it. But it's been a few years.
Yeah, so he got me a ticket. There's a couple other alumni going. I'm trying to get you guys to link up before it, maybe grab dinner or something, and then go in.
Okay.
So if you're going to the Penn State duel, let me know. Shoot me a message, and we'll link up. But I think I know everybody that's going. There's like a handful of alumni.
Right on.
I had a hotel like a block away, and Christian was like, "Cancel it. We're staying at my cabin." I was like, "All right."
Nice.
So now
Say less, Christian. What a guy. Okay, right on.
But yeah, that was all I planned on covering. I mean, we want to do these. We won't. I think for your updates, we won't do them as frequent as we did last year because the season was so condensed. I feel like we did every week.
Yeah.
I feel like we'll sprinkle them in, every couple of weeks, to kind of run down. Probably have Coach Green come on too. Maybe do it that way. It's not only just the fans hearing just from you. From a coaching perspective, I think it'd be cool to get him and some of the other coaches on too.
Yeah, they don't want to hear from me all the time. I mean, I'm always ready to go and I'm always ready to talk Army wrestling, but they don't want to hear from me every time. So, well, let me know. Next time we can recap any dual meets, any competitions. We come back from Penn State and it's a pretty quick turnaround. We go out to Iowa and we wrestle Iowa State in a dual meet and then the Cyclone Open. Then we have a little bit of break before we head down to New Jersey and wrestle Rutgers on December 10th. So we got a few competitions pretty quick and then, a few days off. But I'm always excited to talk Army wrestling. I'm excited for our team, excited for what the opportunities that we have coming up. So I'll look forward to talking to you again sometime soon.
Awesome. Well, appreciate you coming on the show.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
All right, man. Thanks everyone for listening. We'll talk to you next time. Go Army.
Beat Navy. Beat everyone.
Cool.
Thanks for tuning in to the BHAW Radio Show. If you like what you heard, be sure to subscribe and leave us a 5-star rating on your favorite podcast platform. If there's something you'd like to hear on a future show, reach out to us on any of our social media, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Or you can reach us at email, bhaw.radio@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your thoughts, and as always, go Army, be Navy.